there may have been a B2B demand impact, but not necessarily B2C getting deferred so much.
We saw some sort of deferment in the B2C as well. But I believe, again, that could be a bit short term as well.
Does it make the prediction of when does the industrial and the developer demand come back? Because if indeed prices are to go up, and if indeed they deferred their purchases because of higher prices, could it make it difficult to predict whether it will happen in the current quarter or the next?
I think that should not make too much of a difference. People just hold back purchases when the raw materials are rising. If there is a demand, people will buy the product. So with raw material prices and overall pricing, softening and being stable, then the demand should come back. And I hope in the coming quarter or the next quarter, we should see demand coming back.
Okay. One number that has gotten a few people a bit thinking is the kind of damage to margins. Now, was this restricted to the quarter, or could it sprinkle into the July quarter as well?
Yeah, I think if we look at 5 major businesses of Havells, we have switchgears, lighting, electrical consumer durables, where the margins were extremely stable because we've managed that extremely well over the last few quarters. Cables and wires is a very stable margin business generally, but there is fluctuation when sudden raw material price increases or decreases happen. And this was the quarter where sudden decrease of 30% in certain kinds of raw material happened. And so you are reducing the price in the market, but you have high inventory. So it could have short-term pain and maybe carrying on in this quarter as well for some time. But I think generally speaking, cables and wires come back to normalized margin levels very quickly because the inventory in the system is not extremely high. Whereas Lloyd, as far as Lloyd is concerned, I've already mentioned the fifth business, wherein the price hikes were not commensurate to the cost increase over the last couple of quarters. And hence, with prices stabilizing over the next 2-3 quarters, we will see margins stabilizing in this business as well.
So the net console, you could move up from what was not the best outcome on the operational front in Q1 to a slightly higher number starting Q2 itself, maybe?
Yes, Q2, but definitely Q3, Q4 will be far better.
Okay, my final question, and that is the confidence that you are exhibiting about the slightly medium term, because when I compare the capex plans that you announced versus any of your peers across segments, you are way higher. Now, where does this come from? Is it an internal factor that you've reached optimum capacity and therefore you need it? Or is it a belief that demand is going to go up significantly and you want to be prepared for that?
Both reasons. We are reaching a good amount of capacity utilization, especially in case of air conditioners, our cables and wires business. Air conditioners, in fact, when we acquired Lloyd, it was totally dependent on Chinese imports, but now it is completely manufactured in-house. We've already crossed the threshold of the capacity there. So we are setting up another facility in South. So yes, we are reaching that threshold level. So hence would require more capex in the coming couple of years.